Why delay? Let's do it. So this is the factories. Let's take a look at what's in here. It's bulky, bulkier than the last few that we've opened.
Open sesame.
All right. Okay, we have some meeples, or little meeple guys.
Oh.
4 of those.
And there must be one for each of us.
There's little factories.
That must be our
Some
worker.
of them fell out. Oh, and we got some factory cards.
Hey, this Bemonite.
That back in
We
there.
sending to war. No.
Yeah. War meeples. All right, we got some new sticker sheets. Have some 0s, 10s, more gold things.
Ooh, gold.
Factories.
Give me some gold.
New rocks, but no trees.
No trees.
And then we have a helper sheet that we'll keep out in the middle. And the rule sheet. Chapter 5, The Factories, episodes 13 to 15. The time of industrialization is upon you. The first factories emerge and wealthy investors arrive on the scene.
Yes,
Keep
keep us in
investor.
check. Wealthy investor.
Yes, watch us eagle eyes. Environmental pollution increases in the form of rocks.
Oh, rocks.
Pollution rock.
Ah.
The existing industrial buildings will have to be modernized if they are to survive for long. As the times change, the priorities of your urban construction are changing too. Some assets are losing their significance. Cover all wells on your game board with light green stickers.
Oh no.
So that's going to affect Melissa the most. She has 2 of them. We each have 1.
Though I never really optimized both ever. I might have gotten one and ended up messing up the other one. So I guess I'm okay with that.
Do it now.
I guess I
Light
have to
green.
be.
These are your light greens, I believe. Those seem a little darker, don't they? So
Yes, I suppose.
don't get the dark ones.
It's full from the top. Oh, I don't cover those well.
I'm kind of relieved. I don't have to keep fighting for that.
Yeah, it did become kind of burdensome always trying to figure out a way to not cover them. It's like, I'm just gonna cover this.
I'm
well.
worried that all of you will get it and then I won't.
And I was always so worried about making the right choices to put pieces
I
on.
just realized those dark stickers are all together. We're about to have to do that too.
All right.
Cover your sawmills, including the forested area in the bottom right of your game board, so that the bottom 2 rows on the right side of the river only show light green spaces. So that the bottom 2 rows on the right side of the river.
So if you still had forest with dots, you don't cover those. It's just this.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a certain shape. This is the shape.
I see.
So, which will cover the sawmill. And they have a graphic example. Honeypot Township is changing.
Times have changed.
Those 2 cards are still out. Yeah, I just got them sitting here right now.
Oh no. No.
They came in the pack. Oh yeah, they're not even going to be added.
Come on now. I didn't line up the line up. Gotta line up these lines.
Guitar picks to your right. Important. From now on, the first building that you construct on your game board will have to be placed next to the river again.
Okay.
So we're back to the river business.
That's cool. Close enough.
Place stickers on numbers 0 and 10 on your scoring track. So now that 0 will have a special color. From now on, you will be placing your scoring token on 0 at the start of each episode.
Oh.
So
Okay.
they're making our 10 gold and our 0 white.
I don't
What?
understand.
What do you mean? Right now we're starting at 10, but now the 0 is going to be white. So we're going to start at 0 from now on.
Then
It's not to understand.
what happens when you have to pass? You're gonna go negatives
No,
now? I'm just.
that ends the game for you.
So no more passing ever?
I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you what we're reading so far.
I don't like this at
I
all.
don't like these changes.
You can't. No.
I'm gonna go back to when my city was
Being torn down by barbarians of the Stone Ages.
Just gonna play episode 1 over and over.
When Howler built.
Cannot pass. Quote the Gandalf. Up to now, you have started each episode with 10 points. From now on, that is no longer the case. Also, you have been able to get extra points for contiguous buildings of the same color. From now on, that no longer applies.
Oh no!
Instead, a lot of things revolve around the new investor.
Why'd you come around? Go
So
away!
let's talk about the investor.
You changed everything.
Each player takes an investor figure and places it next to his or her game board at the beginning of the episode.
Gandalf.
As soon as you build your first building, place your investor on this building. Every time you build a new building, place your investor on that building. If you later pass, instead of constructing a building, the investor remains on the previous building.
Say all that again. I'm just too confused
as
about
you build new buildings, he's gonna follow.
Jump around.
He's gonna jump on the path
Jump
where you put a
around.
new one.
Jump around.
So, like, say I put this
We'll
here.
get to it. There's an example. So important. The new investor rule applies if you build a building in such a way that it is immediately next to the building on which the investor is standing. Announce that out loud and you immediately get 1 point and move your scoring token forward accordingly.
So it's trying to encourage you to constantly build one next to
Next to the
another,
other, That also applies, of course, if the river lies between the two buildings. So, for example, the investor is moved to the newly constructed blue building from the yellow one. Since it's adjacent to the one he was already standing on, the player gets a point. If, on the other hand, the player had placed the new building on the blue outlined area to the left, across the river over here, then it would not have been directly adjacent on the building, and the investor was already standing on, and the player would have gotten 0 points, no points.
But the river doesn't break it up. So had it gone from the red to the red, the river wouldn't have
So
mattered.
if you built the yellow, then the blue,
Or
then the
from-
red, then the red, then the investor would have jumped to all
Yeah.
of this and you would get points for
Like
this.
from the red to the blue, the river doesn't break it up. Just like building.
I think we're all going to get a point the second building we place.
Oh yeah, because you have to.
Because you
build-
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But after that, it's kind of,
So you could still
Whatever.
technically pass.
hey, Steph.
Hey, stop. As long as you start gaining points from building. Or you just can't pass
exactly. You have to earn them.
it. Okay.
All right. Preview. Before you start episode 13, you should know that there will be several final bonuses at the end of my city. That is after episode 24. Namely, there will be 2 progress symbols or 1 progress symbol for players with the most and second most golden nuggets in their display cabinet, most and second most trees in their city, fewest and second fewest rocks in their city. Oh, I'm not getting that. Okay. Little preview. And so episode 13, we're still going. Most of the rules from episode 1 to 12 apply. Most. Wells and sawmills, however, no longer exist. And you may no longer build on forest spaces. Oh, wow. She has the most real estate of all of us. Awesome. In this episode, you will familiarize yourself with the function of the investor. As in the earlier period, every building that you fail to construct will cost you 1 point. But you will first have to earn this point through the placement of buildings adjacent to your investor.
Okay.
Played this one with the losers, I think, and part of the second campaign. Yeah, losers love this game.
They have
Always talking
the
about
rolling
it.
right for it too.
Yep. And then My Island is next, which comes out this year, maybe next year. Which is why we had to get this done, because, My Island's coming out. We can just sit there, that's fine. This is not used yet. So that's it. We're working with the investor right now. Just keep in mind that
Yeah, so most rolls. So the gold race is still on.
Gold Race is still on, yeah. But we're not building buildings for their rooftops anymore.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are not doing
This
the
area. Oh, by 2 spaces, because I have 3 forest and Joe has 5. You have the most forest that you can build in. You shouldn't
yeah.
have been so good.
I know.
Could have.
I get
covered
punished for
more
that.
Forest.
What was rooftops we're not doing?
You don't get points for having the buildings next to each other anymore.
Or for
Like-
colors don't matter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good pick.
colors don't matter.
Oh,
Here's all the in-game points: trees, rocks, minuses, of course, empties, minuses. 3 colors next to a church still applies, and then first to have gold veins built on still applies.
But we can't build on forest anymore. So whatever forest, can't
Yeah.
build on those. And you have to build against the river again, like the beginning.
All right.
And the only way we get points in order to pass is if our little investor guy can go adjacent. Okay.
Everyone ready?
I think so.
I'll take a quick peek, make sure it's shuffled. Yeah, it's shuffled. Churches separated. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. We gotta separate all this. All the yellows seem to be next to each other.
You gotta keep
All
them
blue.
separated.
Next to each other. Not that it matters anymore, but I just feel like it's seemingly unshuffled. All right, so I'm gonna start going.
Build towards the edge, but get points from the investor to have to build in a spiral.
Oh yeah, that's true. If you want to get the most points from your investor. Because stretching out for your gold, you are not going to be getting money from the investor for that. The investor likes to walk and watch the buildings go up. So
So you kind of almost have to build like in a circle, so
Yeah.
to say.
that's what this eminent was saying.
Yeah, you'd have to kind of spiral around, like kind of go from the top middle to go like.
Just remember your first piece goes next to the river. Sawmill is a thing of the past. After all, we are in the industrial age. All right. Ready? Here we go. Episode 13. We got 4 yellow. Place it. Investor goes and checks out that building that just got made.
Seems all right.
Looks like Melissa and I had the same idea. Well, Joe kind of too. He's pretty close to that gold place.
Yeah, we're all kind of
Yeah,
in
the idea is we're going to grab the gold and just leave. All right, here we go.
Let's see what comes up next.
Yellow 4-piece. Place it.
Perfect. Covers up a rock.
My investor moves. I gain $1.
I
So does
get-
Joe's. So does yours.
Yay. I like covering rocks too. Rock covering is good.
We got a 4-piece.
Ooh, good, because the colors don't matter anymore, right?
The rooftops don't matter unless you're talking about churches. Then they do matter.
Oh yeah, we do need to think about that.
Place it.
Sorry, tree. And I want the point.
We dare not cover trees. Gaining $1.
I did too.
Joe, you're gaining $1 too. Move your little guy onto your new building. All right, we're all good. Here we go. We got a big box. Place them. Getting $1 for that. 1, 2, 3. Yep, if your investor's been moving each time, you will have gained $3 so far.
I couldn't do
Yep,
that.
Joe's got to. Yeah, it's not going to happen every time. Just,
So I'll move him to the new piece still.
no, he stays on the old
This
piece.
is on the old piece.
I believe he stays on the old piece. Every time that you build a new building, your investor. Place your investor on that building.
You just don't get the money. He's like, how dare you make me go not in order.
Steph, it'll be great for, well, multiple things. For editing, it'll be really good just to cut it all together and just show us placing all the pieces. But also, so we're not looking at each other's stuff. No, so no one's influenced. No one's tempted to be influenced.
So I'll place at the same time.
First building. Every time you build a new building, place your investor on that building. Pretty clear. And it says if you build it next to
I think that
where he is.
when he liminality says that only when passing does he stay where you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I can't just
So
copy
it moves to the new one.
If you've been tempted, then you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I was going to do that.
Yep. It's because, I mean, there's been time. It just takes out that takes out the possibility of that happening, which is good. Because you might look at someone's board and be like, "Oh, I didn't even think of that," and then all of a sudden, place it. Sorry, tree.
I'm heading across the river.
Just not getting here. Okay, here we go. Place it. These churches are going to be a little bit easier now with all these multicolored rooftops everywhere. Place them. I got gold.
I at least kept my guide together so far, so I've got 6 points.
All right, well, so remind the people what happens when you connect the 2 gold pieces.
So when you connect the 2 gold pieces, you get a gold nugget in your cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get to the end of a row, whatever you cover up, you get to fill in that many little, whatever they call these things up here. What do they call those?
Progress.
Progress, yeah. You get to cover that many progress of whatever you cover per row.
Nice. Place.
I'm just testing your old thumb strength. Yeah, just.
You certainly are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I'm in the right spot.
I'm at 7 as well.
Gotta make sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Place.
All right, now since I went here, where does my little guy go? He goes
He
to
got
my
the new piece, right?
There's a new piece.
He goes to the new piece.
But he
No
doesn't.
points.
He had to pay $1 for the Uber to get there, so you don't get the $1.
Yeah,
Place it.
passing.
Ooh, and you're the one with the most real estate. That's crazy.
Gotta save space for churches.
Ah, the church cross. You're right. Place.
Taking a little trip, Mr. Investor.
Yep. I've not been following my path. Place. All right, I made a money.
I made one too. He didn't have a tuber this time.
Place them.
No money.
Place it. I got a money.
No money. He had to take more Ubers.
More Ubers.
Lots of Ubers.
Place them. Yeah, I made the starting point. We got an L. Place them.
Oh, my investor's gonna be so mad. I made him go across town.
It's fine. It still only cost them $1.
Whee!
Oh my gosh, where are these churches? Place.
See this one.
There's a church. Place it. Next one. Place it.
I'm passing this.
She has the most land. She's passed the most pieces. What's going on over there? Place it. Okay, move your man.
Oh. Why appearing gets no money?
The next thing will not be placed.
Jesus.
Anybody want to take bets?
I'm hoping it's a church.
I'm hoping it's a church. I'm hoping it's the Big Five church, even though I have a place for it. It is! That's so weird. I separated them, like, on camera and everything. And they still came back together.
You're
Wow.
right about the cheating begin.
Yep, the cheating.
He stacked the cards already.
Called it. All right, next one is the blue guy.
We'll pass.
Sorry, tree.
Does a point still lost a point when you pass?
Yeah,
I said for a rock.
here we go. Oh, this guy. Place him. It's that church. Place it.
Perfect for covering this rock.
Oh, wait, I placed the wrong one, didn't I? Oops. Good catch. Place. Passing. Move your investor. Here we go. Other church. Yep. That's the order I needed it. Action. That's a point. Move from church to church. 2 cards left. Perfect. Place it. You need to let me know if you're if you got your thumb up, especially because your average thumb up time is about a minute. Place them.
Screwed up the church thing.
Screwed up. Oh, the rooftops.
Okay, wait. This does not count as an empty
Yeah.
space, right? Though the gold.
Good point. Don't cover it.
Yeah. So
Put it in the field.
I'm just gonna go over here.
Good.
Yeah, if I placed this church right, I would have taken away 2 trees, but I could have put the blue thing and gotten all 3 churches.
Oh, you didn't get all?
I got 1. If
I got 1
if
church.
if I put that one
Yeah.
down there, because I left a 2 spot up here for that piece. I was like, and then I could have
Yeah, I passed way too many pieces.
been just,
Way too many.
it's 4 points.
So here's. I have 4 green spaces. At 5. I was going to say. Well, that's enough for that. But what do we pass? Or I passed 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only have a total of 10 spaces left. So
I passed way too much.
let's see how it
Well, at
goes.
least I'll know that for next chapter.
All right. So end of game. Trees. +1 per tree shown.
1, 2, 3, 8.
Going from 13 to 19 for 6 trees.
10.
Nice.
I'm on 15.
Rocks. I have 2 showing still. 1, 2.
I managed to get rid of all the rocks.
Yeah, I had to make a decision.
I have no rocks.
All right. Empty light green spaces.
Ugh. Now all my points just gone.
5. 17 to 12.
I have 7.
There's 15, and I haven't even finished counting. So I think I'm like -4 at this point.
No.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3, 4. Yes, I'm on -4.
-4. Okay. 3 colors next to a church.
I managed to get 1.
I have 1.
I got them all.
1, 2, 3.
Just
This
3
one.
points each for a church.
Yeah,
Unless you got a sticker on it.
but I managed to get 1 next to my highest level
No, 3, a 3, and a 5.
3. So I'm still a -1.
And that's it.
-1.
I mean, you did pass a lot of things.
I passed a lot. But I didn't really know how to, like, cope with having the most land, but still trying to save space for a church. Still trying to save space for, like, the next adjacent spot. Like, it's almost like I was too afraid to, like, just put something down. Because, well, what if the next piece is, like, exactly the thing I needed?
-1. Is that your first finished negative? I think it is. Wow. Well, okay.
I mean, had I put out even just one of those pieces there, it wouldn't have been negative. He's condemned my city. He's like, no, this ain't working for me.
I'm afraid I
You
will
got,
not be
like,
interesting.
buildings all over the place. Ain't got no business being here.
It's the industrial age. It's when we build over all the green spaces.
It's like, what is happening over here? This Hollerville is... It's,
Well, I'm
little
in
stink,
first
stink,
place.
stink.
I'm in first place, which means I get rocked. I also get to give me that mark 2's progress tokens.
Well, let's see if being way down in the negative Nancy's helps the next chapter. Just gotta learn from it.
Second place, you get the mark 1. I get some rocks. I don't know. Let's just throw the rocks.
I kind of like having the investor now, though, after playing one round.
Yeah, I like
with
them. All right.
It kind of keeps me focused on where to build next. I just have to be a little bit less,
Although his first game did not go well.
yeah, a little less iffy about putting stuff out. That's the only thing. I think I was just like, just now.
All right. Let's go to chapter 14.
It's like, you gotta.